Translation of Sri Guru Vandana. Sri Guru Vandana ki Jai. The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by we can gain real devotional service. I bow down to his lotus feet with great eyes and reverence. I pray ocean instead of fountain, bring the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the water emanation from his lotus mount. Attaching to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkness eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him ecstatic prema emanates. By him ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing his Christ. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friends of the poor, the Lord and master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful unto us. Give us the shade of your lotus feet. May your fame be spread all over the three worlds. Shri Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Bhajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Bhajana Ranjana Yamuna Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Girivardhari Yashodanandana Bhajajanna Ranjana Yashodanandana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Vishnu Pada Paramahamsa Prajakacharya Astottara Shata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhai Charanavinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki ISKCON BBT Founder Acharya Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki Srila Prabhupada ji ki Mahagrantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki Gaura Premanande All glories to Simri devotees All glories to Simri devotees All glories to Simri devotees All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga Jai Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nasta Presha Bhadarishu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Utamashloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashtiki Sringvatang Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanaha Aridantastohya Bhadrani Vidunotsuritsatam Krishna Swadam Upagate Dharma Ganadivisaha Kalonasta Dishamisha Puranarkanadoditaha Mahagrantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki. So Hare Krishna. Now we reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 20, verses 45 and 46. The title of the chapter is Studying the Structure of the Universe. Okay.
He's supposed to speak from 18 to 22.
The Adhikeshwar Prabhu sent the verse 45, 46 to me. What verse was read yesterday?
Yesterday was 19. I don't think the book is full.
So I think there is a confusion. So today he's supposed to speak on 18 to 22.
Suryana Hi Vibhajyante Suryana Hi Vibhajyante Disha Kam Yaur Mahibida Dishakandayur Mahibida Swarga Pavargo Naraka Swarga Pavargo Naraka Rasaukansi Cha Sarvashaha Rasaukansi Cha Sarvashaha. So let's go repeat the verse 45 together. Suryana hi vibhajante Dishakandayur Mahibida Swarga Pavargo Naraka Rasaukansi Cha Sarvashaha. Suryana hi vibhajante Dishakandayur Mahibida Swarga Pavargo Naraka Rasaukamsi Cha Sarvashaha. Devotees. Suryana hi vibhajante Visyaukam Mahibida Swarga Pavargo Naraka Rasaukamsi Cha Sarvashaha. Suryana hi vibhajante Dishakandayur Mahibida Swarga Pavargo Naraka Rasaukamsi Cha Sarvashaha. Ladies. Suryana hi vibhajante Dishakandayur Mahibida Swarga Pavarga Naraka Rasaukamsi Cha Sarvashaha. Only the verse 45. Suryana hi vibhajante Dishakandayur Mahibida Swarga Pavargo Naraka Rasaukamsi Cha Sarvashaha. Okay, I read it alone, the verse 45. 6. Devatiriyan Manushanam. No, I read it alone, and after we go to the word by word. Devatiriyan Manushanam Sarish Ripa Savirudham Sarvajivani Kayanam Surya Atma Dharigi Ishvaraha. Now we go together. Suryana. By the sun god within the sun planet. He indeed vibhajante are divided. The Shaha, the directions. Kam, the sky. The Ahu, the heaven. Thank you. Mahi, the earth planets. Vidha, other divisions. Swarga, heavenly planets. Apavargo, and the places for liberation. Narakaha, the hellish planets. Rasaukamsi, such as Atala. Cha, also Sarvashaha, all Deva of the demigods. Tiryak, lower animals. Manushanam, and the human beings, Sarishripa, the insects and the serpents, Savirudhan, and the plants and trees, Sarvajivani Kayanam, of all groups of living entities. Suryaha, Sun God, Atma, life and soul, Drik, of the eyes, Ishwaraha, the person of Godhead. Translation. This is verse 45. O King, Sun God, and the Sun Planet live in all directions of the universe. It is only because of the presence of the Sun that we can understand what the sky, the higher planets, this world, and the lower planets are. It is also only because of the Sun that we can understand which places are for material enjoyment, which are for liberation, which are hellish and subterranean. Verse 46. All living entities, including demigods, human beings, animals, birds, insects, reptiles, creepers and trees, depend upon the heat and light given by the Sun God from the Sun Planet. Furthermore, it is because of the Sun's presence that all living entities can see, and therefore he is called Drig Ishwara, that is controller of the directions, the personality of Godhead presiding oversight. Purport by His Divine Grace Bhaicharavinda Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki. In this regard, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, Surya Atma Atmatvena Pasyaha. The actual life and soul of all living entities within the universe is the Sun. The importance of the Sun and Sun God. He is therefore Upasya, worshipable. We worship the Sun God by chanting the Gayatri Mantra Om Bhur Bhuva Swatat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Surya is the life and soul of this universe, and there are innumerable universes for which a Sun God is the life and soul, just as the Supreme Person of Godhead is the life and soul of the entire creation. We have information that Vairaja, Hiranyagarbha, entered the great Dhul material globe called the Sun. This indicates that the theory held by so-called science that no one lives there is wrong. Bhagavad Gita also says that Krishna first instructed Bhagavad Gita to the Sun God, Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavan Aham Avyayam. Therefore, the Sun is not vacant. It is inhabited by living entities, and the predominating deity is Vairaja or Vivaswan. The difference between the Sun and the Earth is that the Sun is fiery planet, but everyone there has a suitable body and can live there without difficulty. Om Gyanatimidandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Militan Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Jaya Advaita Gadadhar Srivasani Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Tat Sat. So, this is a very complex chapter, explaining about the Purloka, about the universe structure. So I will present to you a summary made by Srila Prabhupada about this chapter. In this chapter, there is a description of various islands, beginning with Prakshadvipa and the oceans that surround them. There is also a description of the location and dimensions of the mountain known as Lokaloka, a place that if something go down, disappear. This island of Prakashadvipa is twice as broad as Jambudvipa, which is surrounded by an ocean of salt water. The master of this island is Idmajiva, one of the sons of Maharaj Priyavrata. The Priyavrata was discussed in previous chapters. Priyavrata and Uttanapada are descendants of Swayambhuva Manu. The island is divided into 7 regions, each with a mountain and a large river. The second island is called Shalmalidvipa. It is surrounded by an ocean of liquor and is 3,200,000 miles wide, twice as wide as Prakashadvipa. The master of this island is Yagyabahu, one of the sons of Maharaj Priyavrata. Like Prakashadvipa, this island is also divided into 7 regions, each with a mountain and a very large river. The inhabitants of these islands worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form of Chandratma. The third island, which is surrounded by an ocean of clarified butter, ghee, and is also divided into 7 regions, is called Kusha Dvipa. Kusha is the name of grass also. Its master is Hiranyarita, another son of Maharaj Priyavrata. And its inhabitants worship the Supreme Person of Godhead in the form of Agni, the fire god. The width of this island is 6,004,100 miles, or in the words, twice the width of Sharmaladvipa. The fourth island, Kramchadvipa, which is surrounded by an ocean of milk, is 12,800,000 miles wide, and is also divided like the others into 7 regions, each with a large mountain and a large river. The master of this island is Grihita Prashka, another son of Maharaj Priyavrata. The inhabitants of this island worship the Supreme Person of Godhead in the form of water. The fifth island, Shakadvipa, which is 25,600,000 miles wide, is surrounded by an ocean of yogurt. And this is auspicious. Its master is Medatiti, another son of Maharaj Priyavrata. It is also divided into 7 regions, each with a large mountain and a large river. Its inhabitants worship the Supreme Person of Godhead in the form of Vayu, air. The sixth island, Pushkaradvipa, which is twice as wide as the previous island, is surrounded by an ocean of clear water. Its master is Vitihotra, another son of Maharaj Priyavrata. The island is divided into by a large mountain named Manusatara. The universe is like a business family, yes, the business family of Priyavrata Maharaj. The inhabitants of this island worship Swayambhu, another feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Beyond the Pushkaradvipa, there are 2 islands, one always lit by the sunshine and the other always dark. Between them is a mountain called Lokaloka, which is situated 1 billion miles from the edge of the universe. Lord Narayana spending his opulence resides upon this mountain. There beyond the Loka mountains is called Alokavarsha, and beyond the Alokavarsha, opulence resides upon this is the pure destination of persons who desire liberation. Vertically, the sun globe is situated just in the middle of the universe, in Antariksha, the space between Bhurloka and Bhuvarloka, middle and heaven planets. The distance between the sun and the circumference of Andagoloka, the globe of the universe, is estimated to by 25 Koti-yojanas, 2 billion miles. Because the sun enters the universe and divides the sky, it is known as Martanda. And because it is produced from Hiranyagarbha, the body of the Mahatattva, it is also called Hiranyagarbha. So the sun is the one main topic in this chapter, in the universe also. So this is a translation by Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. The direction sky, the heavens and earth and another visions, as well the place of enjoyment, liberation and hell, such as Atala, are all differentiated by the sun. The sun is the eye in the life of all living beings, of devatas, animals, humans, reptiles and plants. So this is a summary about the sun god. That is the main person in this chapter. Vivaswan, or the sun god. Surya, known as Vivaswan, is the radiant sun god who stands as one of the most visible manifestations of divine order within the cosmos. He is born as son of the great Prajapati Kashyapa Muni and Aditi, the father of the demigods, main demigods, the mother of the Adityas, and thus belongs to that exalted group of 12 solar deities who uphold law, truth, sovereignty, and cosmic balance. As an Aditya, Surya is not merely a luminary in the sky, but the living regulator of time itself, governing days and nights, months and years, seasons and cycles, and acting as the eye of the Supreme Lord that moves across the heavens. Surya's brilliance is so intense that even the gods struggle to behold him directly. His consort Sangya, the daughter of Vishwakarma, the celestial architect, was enabled to endure his full effulgence and left behind her shadow-forming Chaya before withdrawing. From his union with Sanja was born Vivaswata Manu, also known as Shradadeva, the seventh Manu and the progenitor of the present age of mankind. Another son of Surya is Yama, the lord of death and divine justice, Yamaraj, who administers the law of karma among all embodied beings. Through Vivaswata Manu, that is the Manu, the seventh Manu, Surya becomes the fourth head of the solar dynasty, the Surya Vansha Kshatra. The great royal lineage of Kshatras characterized by the adherence to Dharma, discipline, moral authority, and the ideal of righteous kingship. The first king of the dynasty is Ikshvaku, that is a person in Bhagavad Gita, very important person in Bhagavad Gita, from whom arise many illustrious rulers describing the ninth canto of the Bhagavatam. The solar kings are portrayed as embodiments of order and stability, ruling as earthly representative of cosmic law. So, Vivaswan in the Bhagavad Gita, this is a verse, first verse of chapter 4 in Bhagavad Gita. The person of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivaswan, and Vivaswan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind. And Manu, in turn, instructed it to Ikshvaku. This is a purport of Srila Prabhupada, same verse. In the beginning of the millennium, known as Theta Yuga, the science on the relationship with the Supreme was delivered by Vivaswan to Manu. Manu, being the father of mankind, gave it to his son Maharaj Ikshvaku, the king of this earth planet and forefather of the Raghu dynasty, the dynasty that came Ramachandra, in which Lord Ramachandra appeared. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita existed in human society from the time of Maharaj Ikshvaku. Yes, Bhagavad Gita is a science very, very old in the human society. To clear the verse 46, in the wake of the olfactory sense came the wind god, who presides over that sense. Thereafter, a pair of eyes appeared in the universal form and in the sense of sight. Yes? Because of the light, because of the sun, the moon, we can see. All lights are a reflection of the Brahmajyoti, the spiritual shine. That is the shine that came from the Krishna's body. This is the original light. And all other lights, including these electricity lights, are a reflection of this original light. And because this, without light, without sun, we cannot see. Because these have an important relationship between the sun and the tanmatra of the vision, the sense of the vision, the function of the vision. In the wake of the sense came the sun god, who presides over it. Next there appeared in him a pair of ears, and then the auditory sense, and its wake the devatas, or the deities, who preside over the directions. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 26, verse 55. The appearance of different bodily parts of the Lord's universal form and the appearance of the preceding dates of those bodily parts is being described. As in the womb of a mother, a child gradually grows the different bodily parts. So in the universal womb of the universal form, the Lord gives rise to the creation of various paraphernalia. The sense appear, and over each of there is a preceding date. Three aspects of the universal form, or Virat, how the universe is working: Adbhuta, Adhyatma, and Adidaiva. Adbhuta aspect, the gross location in which the subtle sense resides. In this case, in the specific case with the sun god, in our eyes, the eyes of the living entities. Adidaiva, the predominant deity, in this case Surya Deva, the sun god. Adhyatma is the sense organ, or the sense object or action of the organ, vision or forms in the mind. So the next is more technically, but this is a quote of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur to understand this question of Adbhuta, Adhyagya, and Adhyatma. Do not confuse with the three types of misery. We have three kinds of misery, yeah? Or kleshas, Adhyatmika, Adidaivika, and Adhyatma. But this is another question, is how the Virati Rupa is working, how this universe is working. Agni enter in the mouth, it is abode which become differentiated in that fetus along with this portion, the voice by which the universal form called the utter words. In this and the following verses, the object differentiated in the accusative case refers to adhisthana, the adbhuta aspect, the gross location in which the subtle senses resides. Agni and others in the nominative case are the preceding dates, the adhaiva aspect of the universal form. The voice in the instrumental case, in this case the voice, adhyatma aspect, the sense organ, the sense object or action of the organ, also adbhuta in the accusative or genitivity case. The versatility speech. In this case, we apply to the vision and sun god. This came from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 6, verse 12. This section of Srimad Bhagavatam is very important because it's explaining about Visarga, the creation of this material world, and how this material world is working. The subject of the Sankhya philosophy. 2 moments here are explained by Maitreya Muni, and the next in chapter 5, chapter 25, chapter 26 until chapter 31 is explained by Kapila Deva. It's very interesting. So this question of the sun god and the eyes is so deep that this appears in the Western culture. So this is in Republic of Plato, and Plato said same thing that Bhagavatam. We can compare now. So this is from Republic, book 6, the steps 507 to 509, the analogy of the sun. Socrates, the personality of Plato in the dialogues. Then that which gives truth to the things know and grants knower the power of knowing, you must say is the God, the good. This good thinking like the concept of absolute truth. This good to Plato, this is same concept of God. Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jai Srimad Subhadra, Jai Shri Gaura Ki Jai Ho. So here, Plato used the sun god like analogy with God. Socrates said that it's very, very difficult explain about the absolute truth, this concept of God, because this he used analogy with the sun. One coincidence that is that Srimad Bhagavatam, many Upanishads, etc., are in dialogues, and Plato described your texts in dialogues also. And although knowledge and truth are beautiful things, you must think the good. Remember, good here is God, absolute truth, to be something even more beautiful than they are. And this concept in Plato is very sophisticated, because what is the good? What is the source of good? What is the source of all things good coming? Where this all things good, the purity, the veracity, courage, all things good come of the good himself. And this is the concept, yes, the source of all things good. This is the concept in Plato of absolute truth or God. It's a very sophisticated, explained in the dialogue, Platon dialogues. Glaucon, by Apollo, the Greek god. Apollo is like Brihaspati, it's like Jupiter. What an extraordinary beauty you speak of, Socrates. Consider this further. Sight, in my opinion, is the noblest of the senses. Glaucon, I agree. Socrates, yet sight by itself it's not sufficient. It is not enough that the eyes possess the power of seeing. nor that visible things possess color. Glauco. What do you mean? Socrates. Have you not noticed that in the absence of what we call light, sight sees nothing, and the colors remain invisible? That's true. Socrates. And you know what it is? Is the visible world that governs this light. Glauco. The sun, obviously. Socrates. The sight is not the sun, nor are the eyes the sun. Glauco. Certainly not. Yet, among the organs of sense, the eyes are those most closely related to the sun. Glauco. Without a doubt. And the power they possess to see is like a kind of influx that flows to them from the sun. Glauco. So it seems, Socrates, therefore, the sun is not sight itself, but the cause of the sight, and it itself seen by sight. Glauco. Exactly. Socrates. In the same way, this is what I say about the good. God. In the intelligible realm, the good is what grants to the object of knowledge and gives the knower the power to know. Yes, the Krishna is the consciousness supreme, and all consciousness in the living entities participate of this consciousness supreme, came from this consciousness supreme that is God. And although in this cause of knowledge and truth, the good itself is distinct from both and super to them. It's transcendental. Glaucon. Have a little aspect of Cinta Bheda Vedanta. Glaucon. You are speaking of something extraordinarily exalted, Socrates. Just as the sun in the visible realm not only makes things visible, but also gives the generation, growth that was plain in the verse, and nourishment, though itself is not generation. Glaucon, yes, Socrates. So, too, in the intelligible realm, the good not only gives intelligibility to the objects of knowledge, but also grants them being and essence, though the good itself lies beyond being, surpassing it in dignity and power. It's a very great concept of absolute truth born in the Western camps. Glaucon, by Zeus, what a remarkable superiority. Oh my God, it's so similar to the philosophy and culture in the Vedas. But wait, the Vedas already existed. They came first, at least 2,500 years earlier. So, who did first is the original. And who did next is influenced by. The problem that we don't have evidence in the history that the Greeks copy the Vedic culture, but they have many points similars, and who studied the born of the Greek culture appointed one hypothesis that the Greek culture came from the Vedic culture. What is one of the hypotheses. So now I will. Wait. Now I will show a history of the sun god for you. Oh.
Through its profound stories. In our last episode, we left off at a pivotal moment where Kunti receives a mysterious book from Durvasa. Today, we unravel a story filled with innocence, dignity, and heartbreak. A tale that marks the birth of one of the epic. More fascinating content from the treasure trove
history of Queen Kunti with Sun God.
The court of King Janamedaya was deeply captivated as Vaishampana resumed his. He recorded of sage Durvasa with Fosa. Gifted powerful Magdamite, exceptional hospitality, taught her a sacred incantation. By reciting it with devotion, Kunti could summon any god to bless her with a child. While Kunti was grateful for the blessing, she couldn't understand its purpose. Why would she, an unmarried princess, ever need such a boon? One day, Kunti went to the river for her daily bath. The calm waters reflected the soft orange glow of the rising sun, painting the sky with warm, beautiful colors. The peaceful scene captivated Kunti, and she stood still, locked with its beauty. The sun, Surya, shone brighter than ever. His golden rays coming both hour and ending. Kunti felt a strange yet deep connection to his radiance. Himself was calling to her. Her lost wondered beyond what was application happened. Driven by curiosity and youthful innocence, she decided to test its power. Standing by the river bank, she recited the mantra and called upon Surya. The world around her seemed to shimmer as the sun god appeared before her in a human form. His breath radiated warmth and brilliance, yet his smile was kind and reassuring. Kunti was struck with awe and panic. She hadn't anticipated the mantra's power. She fell to her knees, trembling, and explained to Surya that she had only tested the mantra out of curiosity. She never intended to summon him or ask for a child. Surya, however, explained that the mantra
If you depend of technology, it's terrible.
was the destiny was already for her. He assured her that she would return and virginity would remain nothing. They could fully comprehend what was happening. She gave birth to a radiant baby boy. The child's natural golden armor and divine earrings
Yeah.
him as no ordinary child. He glowed with the brilliance of the sun, and his beauty was unparalleled. She held her son in her arms. Recently, how she skills and society. Overwhelmed by guilt and fear, Kunti made the heart-wrenching decision to let her son go. With tears streaming down her face, she placed the baby in a divided wooden box. She gently set the box afloat on the river, watching it drift away until it was out of sight. Her heart broke as she whispered a prayer for his safety, and she returned home with a heavy heart. The box traveled down the river until it was discovered by Athirata, a charioteer in Hastinapur. Athirata, who had long prayed for the child, was overjoyed to find the radiant baby boy inside. He and his wife, Radha, believed the gods had answered their prayers. They Radha, filled with love for the baby, who today has her own son. Over time, this known as destined to be as
So, do you know the history? The history came from Mahabharata. The Queen Kunti, the mother of the Pandavas and Karna, served a great sage, but he's an incarnation of Lord Shiva. That is Durvasa Muni. He stay angry very easy. But Kunti, a child, a girl, served him very, very spectacular, very, very nice, and he satisfied, and he gave a mantra to her that she can invoke any same god to make a child. And he was child. He tried test the mantra, and Surya, sun god, came, and she stayed in panic. But sun god Surya guaranteed to her that she will be intact, yes, virgin and all. And born Karna. Karna is a son of sun god. Is very, very powerful, but she cannot assume for the society this boy, this baby. So she put in a wooden box. Perfect, thank you. And go in the Yamuna River, and after a Shudra, a building chariot found, and he is accepted like a son of Shudra. This will have many complications in Mahabharata and after. But one point is very interesting. We have a similar point with Western culture here. Who was born and not accepted, and but in a basket and go bound down the river? Moisés that saved the Jews from Egypt to Israel. The Moisés, the very, very famous personality in the Bible. It is the same, similar with Karna and Moisés. So here is another tale about Surya God, but this is very fun. We hope that is working.
In the lush green forests of Kishkinda, a divine child was born. Not just any child, but one blessed by the gods, destined to change the course of time. This is the untold story of Hanuman's magical childhood, when innocence met immortality. Long ago, a celestial Apsara named Anjana prayed deeply to be freed from a curse.
Anjaneya.
Moved by her devotion, the god Vayu carried divine energy into her womb. Thus was born a child with the strength of Shiva, the speed of Vayu, and the purity of the sun. She named him Hanuman. From the moment he took his first breath, Hanuman radiated energy and mischief. He could leap like the wind, wrestle with elephants, and giggle like the morning sun. But one morning, his hunger would awaken the heavens themselves. The sun rose golden and round on the horizon. Hanuman blinked and said, "What a juicy fruit! A glowing mango. I must have it." Without a second thought, the Vanara leapt into the sky, aiming to pluck the sun and eat it whole. The gods panicked. If the child stood the sun, all life would end miraculous. Lord Indra, the
Lord Vayu is this father of the Hanuman.
His beloved son was hurt, so he withdrew and the gods rushed down in fear. They healed Hanuman, showering him with boons and blessings. Agni made him fire. Rama gave him immortality. Varuna made him unsinkable. Surya, the sun god Hanuman, had tried to eat, now became his teacher. And so the child who flew to eat the sun was now the brightest soul on earth. But great power brings great mischief. Hanuman would desert sages, leap over temples, and laugh from treetops. One day, wise sages gently cursed him, "You will forget your powers until the time the world truly needs them." Thus, Hanuman grew up humble, never boasting, never asking, waiting for the moment when Lord Rama would walk into his life and awaken his purpose. The child who tried to eat the sun would one day carry mountains, burn like that, and chant Jai Shri Ram with every breath. This was the childhood of Hanuman, a symbol of devotion, unity, and unmatched strength.
This was better, no? So this is the history of Hanuman. Hanuman tried eating the sun, but Indra said no. And is one of the names of the Hanuman is Vrajangri, because how called this part of the mount?
Chow.
The chow was broken by the weapon, the Indra weapons. Yes, it's a wonderful story, but it looked like Hanuman is powerful. He have the power to eat the sun. So this is another pastime with the sun god. And we finish here. Srila Prabhupada aqui. Mahagrantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki. If you do have some comments. Yes.
Thank you very much for the lecture. You mentioned that for different organs there are different
Yes.
demigods.
Yes.
Is that they control the senses or?
Yes, they are controlled, they are responsibility by the function, the working of the senses. This is very, very nice explained in the chapter 12 of third canto. Maitreya Muni will explain about this, the connection into Virati-rupa, the universal form, and different senses. Yes, how the sun, the god of the rivers, the Varuna enter in the mouth, etc., etc. This is very interesting, especially in the portion of the Kapila Deva, because in the Kapila Deva portion, many demigods enter in the Virati-rupa, but the Virati-rupa not to wake up, stay sleeping. All demigods enter in different portions, and only when Paramatma, the Lord himself, entered, he wake up. This is very, very important, because only when Paramatma, when we have the consciousness, that we can awaken. And yes, the creation is very personality. The creation is very personality. The rivers, the mountains, the sun, the moon, all these things have a personality, a Ishvara behind, including your movement of closed and open eyes, have a demigod behind, including the movement of evacuation, have a demigod behind, that is Mitra. Every part of your body have a demigod in responsibility. So the creation not is empty or impersonal. In deep, in subtle sense, the creation is very, very personal. Yes, like the state. Yes, we have. We are in Zurich, and if you cross the lighter red, you have a tax, a punishment. But who give this tax? A government. Look like impersonal, but the city of Zurich have a mayor, a personal responsibility by the government of the city. So the nature in the society, in the state, is like this, look like impersonal, but in deep sense have a person behind. And this is similar to the structure of the universe created by Krishna. Okay?
But they don't direct, the demigods really direct our senses, and that's why it's so hard for us, for example, to control them. Like
They control the good working of the sense. If I understand your question, the good or bad function of these senses is controlled by the demigods. But the actions, the decisions, is by you. Krishna not involved, yes. The decisions, the actions, and the reactions is your responsibility. The fact of a demigod is control all things, not interfere, not is an obstacle to your independence or free will. Yes, you have 100% of free will. You can decide, but in a deep way, you can decide be theist or atheist, because only these two ways: stay here or come back to Vrindavan. It's only this that your dependence or free will working. Sorry, my bad English. I think that today is you to give a lecture. I will show to you now. Probably see what happens. So Mahagrantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Because I not know what verse is in the day, because I'm inside the altar. I never heard. But let me show what happens.
Because in the morning you mentioned that it was you, and then I thought they changed the speaker.
New Jagannath Puri Chat, he sent the schedule at Keshava.
So,
Yeah, I can show you.
so I'm not wrong?
No, it was supposed to give
Yes.
even. I'm so sorry. I just thought that because
Like,
he
he sent it here.
changed the Keshava. I'm so
At
sorry.
Keshava.
It's more to me.
Yeah, I just
We
opened.
can talk in a-
Wait, sorry.
I'm not sure.
Here is
It's not
31.
possible to get on the mountain,
See
like-
down there.
Okay, Monday, yeah. I'm so sorry, we made. Thank you so
The
much.
second from down.
Here. Okay.
Yeah, so I will also ask him, maybe to send every.
Because before I received this list, but this time I not received list, only the verses. It's all.
Yeah, but
Okay, I
maybe
see.
if she can give some Monday, and then, because tomorrow is Chaitanya,
Yeah.
and then we can just change.
Then we
Can you
talk
write
to-
to Anikesha? She said that it was okay.
So look, this was all that he sent to me.
Oh, okay.
No, really.
Oh wow, so different story.
How
Yeah,
I
it
will
was,
write it with the
alright.
best information.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think misunderstanding.
So this is all that the Anikeshava sent to me.
That is for 14th
Only
of
the
Feb.
number of the-
No problem, but would you like to give class on Saturday, 14th of Feb?
Those two weeks time.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Not for,
Not for today,
This
just
Saturday.
2 weeks time.
But if he not send the link to me, he send
it's written, Prabhu, would
Yeah,
you like to give class on 14th of Feb?
Yes, Saturday, 14th of
the wrong
February.
ones be, yes.
Sorry.
So So I ask apologize to you.
No, of course. No, you've been so nice last time you go.
She was in the lecture.
Yes, thank you. But we can talk to education when we change.
No, it's okay.
Because before, they sent the list, before they send the list, and the list is too weak.
Yes, I'm sorry.
This time they send for the
No, I didn't.
another month.
Not really.
It was not by, you know what I mean.
Yes, totally.
Excuse me. Sorry, Jagana. Are you going for breakfast? Okay.
Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare